Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Nurul Hami Ainaa binti Hasri. And our main story for today is about concern of plastic. Plastics really is ubiquitous. It is in our food packaging, our building materials, and also in our bicycle helmet. For almost as long as plastic have been around us, there's been the questions of what to do with them after they are used. A questions that any number of creepy mascots have tried to recycle. And we have produced a lot of plastics for those mascots to recycle. Since plastic introduction, production has skyrocketed to 318 million tons for 15 million tons in 2015. Yes, that's correct. 350 million tons in 2015. In fact, half of all plastic ever made have been produced since 2005. And for all the hype about recycle, a lot of less plastic winds up and getting recycled that you might think. Less than 9% of the plastics generated in United States, with vast majority end up in landfills or in the environment. But before you start blaming yourself and your old neighbors because of not to sorting their trash and separating items, it is actually not that simple. For example, almost all supermarkets nowadays, all food was packaging in the plastics, such as fruit, vegetable, and fruits. For your information, almost all, and I really meant almost all, the plastics are non-recyclable. Yes, that is shocking. Because think of what that happened. The stuff that we all might think we buy routinely in the supermarket, assuming understandably it will get recycled, is in many cases. No, they are not. The fact a huge amount of the plastics surrounding us isn't recyclable. Yes, isn't really recyclable. And that means it ends up in landfills or burns or in the oceans, where it breaks down into the microplastics, get eaten by fish, and can end up in ourselves. Plastics in the ocean has a tendency to break down into ever smaller pieces, and these tiny pieces then getting taken up even lower down in the food chains. So you know that it will end up in our dinner plate. Yes, it will end up in our dinner plate. There is plastics in your food, in your sea salt, and there is a plastic coming out from your tap that you always use every day. Yes, a recent study even estimates that an average person globally could be ingesting about a credit card as worth it of microplastics. We already get research from WWF saying that. So, how is that tons of plastics that we assume getting recyclable can instance sometimes end up inside of us? Well, that is what this story is about. First, why so little plastic get recycled? Second, the harm that we can do. The harm that can do. And the third, how the plastic industry has managed to continue all that it's our fault. Thank you. Lah, macam mana nak stop ni?